So there you have it. That is the finished makeup look. I'm honestly obsessed. Welcome back to another YouTube video. I hope you're good. I hope you're well. Oh my gosh, honestly, I am sorry about the state of my roller. I don't know who I think I am. She's got bangs now. She's a girl with bangs, so I've got to look after them. I look a bit ridiculous. I can see. I look a bit ridiculous. I cannot believe it's nearly Christmas. I hope you're feeling festive. I hope all your family are well. I hope you're well. I don't want to say this too loud, but we've got COVID in the house. We've got COVID in the house. Callum is positive. I am negative. I'm literally like this. Every time he happens that, I'm like... Today I thought we'd do a Christmassy soft glam tutorial. I feel like this will be perfect for Christmas Day. It's not too over the top, it's not too dramatic. It's going to be a really soft, glowy, pinky, nude, goldy cocktail. I have already done my skincare, so I'm going to start with my eyebrows. I'm using the Reactive brow sculpt. I get a lot of questions about my eyebrows. It is just the best product I've ever used, and honestly can't recommend it enough. I'm going to zoom in slightly. Start by brushing the product into my eyebrows backwards. This just works really well for me. This just works at really coating my eyebrows, and then look a little bit crazy and work it back the other way to make sure I've really coated my eyebrows. While that is starting to dry, I take the edge of the product and roll it onto my eyebrows. This just works at locking my eyebrows into place. And I go in with my ring finger and do the same thing, just make sure I've really locked them in, and then you get that really nice bushy eyebrow. The good thing about this Reactive brow sculpt is that it also comes with its own spoolie, which is really handy. Not a lot of people know, but if you open the cap, honey, it is there. This is essentially all I do for my eyebrows at the moment. I do really like the brow pencil by Reactive. That works amazingly because it's so thin, like you can really work at like getting those fine hairs. However, I have just tinted them, so I don't think I'll need to do that. Anything that acts like soap that's going to really lock your eyebrows into places that you should clean up around them after, before you start on your eyeshadow and before you start on your base products. This is because it does leave a residue, so just make sure you've really cleaned up underneath your eyebrows. Then I'm going to go in with my P. Louise base, which is my Ride or Die. This is in the shade 1. Rumour 1. So I just take that on a flat brush and just work that across my eyelid. Now that's all blended in, I'm going to start with adding some colour. So I'm going to take the Huda Beauty palette. This is the nude palette, and I always find that I bring this out this time of year because I think it's a perfect soft glam palette. Man, look at those shades, it is just beautiful. I'm going to start by taking this shade over here. Make sure before you apply any product that you've got no creases, and I'm just going to start by packing that on. So I'm just going to take in that product, as you can see, in like an oval shape just across my eye. And then I'm going to go in with a fluffy brush. I'm just going to pop a little bit of the shade called Dare on it, which is just a really white neutral shade. There's a matte shade here. If you are darker, then I'd go for something like this. It's more slightly creamier. Blend and just blend that upwards. Then we're going to go back in with that secret shade and just deepen it. Really working that into the crease. To deepen that, I'm just going to go in with this shade from the Nude Light palette, which is just like a dark chocolate brown. This is where you're going to get your browns involved. Start the lash line and just work that into the crease. Then you're going to go in with your first brush and just blend that out. And don't worry if you go a little bit too low as well. You can always clean that with cotton wool and micellar water, so do not stress. I always take mine a little bit lower so I can make sure I carve it really cleanly. So I'm just going to catch up with this eye now so you can see, but we've added a bit of sparkle, we've added a bit of a wing. We're going to start with the wing. So I'm taking this Madison Beer palette by Morphe, which is actually one of my favourite palettes at the moment. It kind of reminds me of the Makeup by Mario palette. It is just so good. I'm obsessed with this. I'm going to take this beautiful chocolate brown that's right smack bang in that corner. I kind of sent these brushes by Lachey Beauty, and they're literally so good. I've just used them for the first time for this wing, and they are actually perfect for creating that perfect wing. Look at these two, they're just stunning. So use this one to create the wing, which is the angled brush, and then this one to smudge it out. So I first start by wetting the brush just to make sure that eyeshadow locks into place. It works if you open your eye draw a line straight out. Always do this with your eye open, as you can see, and then from about halfway towards the end of your lash, draw another line to meet the first line. But always do this with your eye open. That's the way you can get the right shape for your eye. And I just literally take the same shade and just fill it in. And I'm going to take the same shade on that other brush and just smudge it out slightly. I'm really enjoying the kind of smoked liner. Then I'm going to go back in with that brush that I used earlier with the darker shade on and just make sure I smoke over that. I'm going to take this shade from the Huda Beauty, which is Crave. It's a beautiful gold shade, and then I'm also going to mix it in with this, using the same palette from Morphe. I'm going to mix it in with this beautiful gold shade here, so it's just a little bit deeper rather than it being like a gold, and just kind of go in like a domed shape from your inner corner. And if you go just slightly above your crease, then it'll make your eyelids appear bigger. Then I'm going to go back in with that dark shade and just kind of make sure we've got that nice blend into the matte at the corner. Just added a little bit of mascara on. I was actually going to put on some lashes, but my eyelashes have gone really nice today. So I feel like it'd be a bit of a waste to cover them up, do you know what I mean? Now moving on to skin, I'm going to start with my Bobbi Brown Vitamin Rich face base, which is my all-time favourite skin base. It's honestly incredible and it smells so good. Now to add a bit of glow back into my skin, because I want my skin to look extra hydrated and glowy today, I'm going to use the Ele Mist Superfood Priming Moisturiser. Now why am I struggling to speak today? Then to start with my base, as I always do at the moment, I'm going to start with concealer. I'm going to take the Collection Stretch Concealer and just apply this onto my blemishes. This is a really good way of adding coverage to begin with before you start to add all your glowy, more lightweight products. And to get a bit of glow, I'm going to take my Light Wonder Youth Boosting Skin Perfect Foundation. Now this is like a super light foundation. Normally I would use my Flawless filter, but she's running out and I went to order some yesterday and they've all sold out of number 1, which is my shade. So I was like, I literally, what do I do? So I'm using her for special occasions and special occasions only. Then, because it's Christmas baby, I'm going to be taking my Airbrush Flawless Foundation by Charlotte Tilbury. This is in the shade 1, it's the neutral one. Honestly is so good. I've recently reconnected with this foundation and I forgot how much I love it. You don't need much though, like this is literally enough for your whole face. I'm just taking that on the same brush as I did earlier. Then you're going to go back in with that Real Techniques brush that I said earlier and just really press that in. You can also do this kind of method with a dry beauty blender, that also works really well. But I just find this brush is amazing at really locking in that foundation and making sure it looks really seamless. Now for contour, I'm going to be taking my Dimension Effect contour stick by Morphe, which is my favourite ever contour. This is perfect for you pale girls because it's cool toned. It's just a contour wand and I just start by working kind of like a half, what's the word? Is it crescent? A crescent shape around my, I don't know if that's the right phrase. And I just go really hard with my contour because this is a way to lift your face. I pop a little bit on my forehead, then for my nose I take the edge of the contour and just kind of go down like that and then around again on the other side. Then I always add my blush onto this. I'm going to take my Bobbi Brown Pot Rouge blush for lip and cheeks. This is in the shade Pale Pink and it is honestly beautiful. I just apply that with my finger. Always looks really intense, and put a little bit on my nose. Looks really intense when you first apply it, but actually when you blend it in it looks really nice. To blend I'm just going to take my flat Revolution brush, and this is just a stippling brush, and just blend those two together. I always find taking my blush really high, a lot softer than doing it down low just on the apples of your cheeks. Just works at making your skin look really soft, really natural, really glowy. For my nose I just take the brush on its side and just kind of work down and just blend that in. Now for concealer, I'm going to take my Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. This is in the shade C1. I forgot, oh hiccup, how much I love this concealer. I just put a little bit on my nose, a little bit in between my nose and then underneath my eyes as well. For underneath I just really gently kind of cut that eyeliner. Now to add a little bit of warmth back into my face, I'm going to take the Refi cream bronzer. Now don't come for me because I said I didn't like this when I first used it, but it's because I didn't, okay? With contour it works really, really well, so I literally just put the tiniest bit, because it's very pigmented, on that flat brush and just literally press that into the depth of my contour, just to kind of give my face just a little bit more warmth, and I just press it up. As you can see, it just chisels it slightly. Now to set that, we're going to go in with my Morphe Filter Effects powder. Now this is actually a finishing powder, however I couldn't find in Morphe a shade that is perfect for bronzing, so I found this one. It is cool toned, it is buildable, it literally gives that really nice filtered appearance to your face. So I just buff that in using a big fluffy brush and just press that in. This just sets that contour and it's such a nice colour. You can also see my beautiful little blush coming through. Now for the under eyes, I'm just going to take the same dark brown that I used for my eyeliner, just on that angle brush, and just kind of work that down. As you can see, it looks really dramatic to begin with. I'm going to blend it using the fluffy brush. No, we're not any more product on it, we're just blending. I'm going to be taking Anastasia Set and Brighten powder. This is in the shade Half Baked. It is amazing. I love her. She's incredible. I'm taking this on a dry beauty blender. I'm going to take just the loose side and just bake underneath my eye. We'll just take a dry beauty blender. Once again, this is from Le Shy. I hope I'm saying that. Le Shy Beauty. Or is it Le Shy? Could be one or the other. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but this is her beauty blender that she sent me, which I already love because it's beautiful and pink. Now we're going to do a little bit of a cat's eye, because why not? It's Christmas. Just go from the inner corner down. Wait, it's just where your lash finishes, and just work that shade into it and then pull it down. And you get that really nice kind of cat's eye appearance. Dusted some of that bake off, and I'm just going to go over it with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish setting powder and just kind of press that in. To add a bit more skin into my skin, I'm taking the Refi Gloss Highlighter. This is my favourite ever highlighter. It's honestly amazing. Just take it on a dry beauty blender and just kind of press that into my skin, and it just gives that appearance of like a softer, more natural finish. Then to add a little bit more highlighter, I'm going to take my favourite highlighter at the moment, which is the XX Revolution Reactive Highlighter. Are you ready for this? She's stunning, look at her. And just gently go on top of where I've just put that gloss highlighter. Now for lips, I'm going to go in my Honeymoon liner by Morphe. Then I'm going to take a little bit of the Ciate Be Kind lipstick, which is just a beautiful kind of pinky neutral colour. I'm going to add a bit of gloss because we love gloss. I'm going to take the XX Revolution gloss. I can't remember what this is actually called because it doesn't say on there, but this is amazing. I'll link everything down below so you can actually find these products. Now to set, I've been absolutely loving the Base Fix by Makeup Revolution. This is actually the dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury setting mist, and it is obviously like a quarter of the price. So, and also it really gets your face wet, so you've got to just be prepared for that. So there you have it. That is the finished makeup look. I'm honestly obsessed. I think this is perfect for Christmas Day. Imagine holding your Prosecco and you've got this glossy, glowy makeup look on. I hope you love it as much as I do, guys. Honestly, thank you so much for all the love and support this year. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Join my family, means the world. And as always, I'll link all the products down below. I love you all so much. If you want more makeup inspiration, head over to my Instagram and my TikTok. There's lots of videos and pictures there. I love you all so much, and have the best Christmas, and I will see you next Wednesday. Merry Christmas. I love you all.